The waters of the Gulf of Thailand are heating up. In a high-stakes geopolitical mystery, a strategically vital naval base in Cambodia has become the latest flashpoint in the escalating rivalry between the United States and China. What secrets lie within the newly upgraded Ream Naval Base? Washington fears an exclusive Chinese military outpost, a move that could disrupt key maritime trade routes and challenge regional stability. Beijing and Phnom Penh deny these claims, insisting the base is open to all. But with Chinese warships already docking there and joint drills underway, who is telling the truth? Global Defense Report will analyze Cambodia's strategic move and the profound implications for Southeast Asia. Hello, I'm Andrew, and welcome to Global Defense Report. We provide in-depth analysis on the defense matters shaping our world. If you want to understand the complex power dynamics of the Indo-Pacific, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now, let's look at the history of Ream Naval Base, from its origins with US funding to the recent Chinese-backed upgrades, and uncover the real strategic value of its new deep-water pier. Southeast Asia today is one of the regions where geopolitical dynamics are changing rapidly. On one hand, countries here seek economic cooperation and peaceful development, but on the other hand, the growing influence of major powers has turned this region highly sensitive. The waterways surrounding Cambodia, Thailand, and Vietnam are considered strategically significant for global trade, maritime security, and naval movement. Through these routes, not only does trade between Asia and Europe flow, but China also aims to strengthen its Belt and Road Initiative through them. Despite being a geographically small country, Cambodia occupies a strategic position because it provides maritime access to the Gulf of Thailand and further toward the South China Sea. Any naval installation here directly affects regional strategic balance. Over recent years, Cambodia has strengthened ties with China, allowing Beijing to play a key role in developing the Ream Naval Base. This move raised concerns in the United States and among regional military planners who fear that if China gains operational access to this base, it could shift the balance of power across the Indo-Pacific. The Ream Naval Base is located near the coastal city of Sihanoukville, giving potential access and logistical reach toward the South China Sea. Reports first emerged in 2019 suggesting that China intended to quietly establish military access at the base, though Cambodia consistently stated that the facility was for its own naval modernization. However, satellite imagery and intelligence assessments indicated Chinese engineers, logistics crews, and security teams working on site. This raised global concerns that the base could become a Chinese naval outpost. If China were to deploy naval ships, surveillance systems, or logistical fleets there, it would expand its strategic influence directly into Southeast Asia's maritime routes. This development alarms not only Thailand and Vietnam, but also the United States, which views the base as another extension of China's broader maritime assertiveness. Thus, Washington has intensified its diplomatic pressure and expanded naval cooperation with regional allies to maintain strategic balance. The United States and Thailand share one of the longest-standing military partnerships in the Asia-Pacific. The alliance began under SEATO in 1954, followed by decades of joint training, intelligence cooperation, and defense planning. Thailand's geographic location, positioned between China, Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar, makes it a strategic bridge in the region. One of the most notable examples of this cooperation is the annual Cobra Gold exercise, one of the world's largest multinational military drills. Thousands of service members from the United States, Thailand, Japan, South Korea, and other partner nations participate in land, air, naval, and cyber training. In recent years, the U.S. has expanded intelligence sharing and maritime surveillance coordination with Thailand to counterbalance China's growing regional influence. In the context of the Ream Naval Base, this partnership has taken on renewed strategic importance, especially as the region's military posture shifts toward naval deterrence. Although Thailand maintains positive economic relations with China, it approaches defense and territorial security with caution. The potential Chinese military presence at Ream Naval Base poses direct strategic implications for Thailand, as the base lies close to Thai maritime jurisdiction. If China were to deploy naval vessels or surveillance radar systems there, Thailand's maritime mobility, coastal defense planning, and naval readiness could be affected. Thailand traditionally follows a balancing policy, avoiding alignment exclusively with either the US or China. But the Ream issue has pressured Thailand to strengthen defense coordination with Washington to protect regional stability. For this reason, Thailand has increased joint military exercises, maritime patrol integrations, and intelligence sharing efforts with the US over the past 3 years. The US Indo-Pacific strategy is founded on preventing any single power from dominating regional waterways. To achieve this, Washington has strengthened a network of alliances with Japan, South Korea, Australia, Thailand, the Philippines, and Vietnam. The US views the Ream Naval Base as symbolic of China's expanding maritime projection. In response, Washington has increased naval patrols, diplomatic engagement, and multi-domain training with Southeast Asian allies. The goal is not only to maintain presence, but to establish a layered deterrence architecture that can respond quickly to any military escalation in the South China Sea. Cambodia maintains that the modernization of the Ream Base is a sovereign national project intended to strengthen coastal security, anti-smuggling operations, and maritime protection. However, analysts argue that Cambodia lacks independent military capacity to modernize such a facility without external support. China's financial and logistical assistance has raised concerns that Cambodia's strategic autonomy may be limited. While Cambodia publicly promotes peace and cooperation, the potential long-term use of the base by Chinese naval assets may shift regional power dynamics and trigger further maritime competition. Vietnam stands among the most concerned states regarding the development at Ream. Already locked in territorial disputes with China in the South China Sea, Vietnam fears encirclement if China gains a secure naval foothold to its west through Cambodia. Vietnam has increased defense spending, acquired new surveillance systems, and strengthened military ties with Russia and India. The situation also worries other ASEAN states, as maritime trade routes could be disrupted if naval power competition escalates. Thus, the issue is not limited to just 3 countries. It affects the broader Indo-Pacific security architecture. ASEAN traditionally attempts to resolve regional matters through dialogue, but it failed to present a unified response on the Ream issue. Different economic dependencies and political alignments divided member states, leaving the regional organization unable to counterbalance external influence. This diplomatic fragmentation has allowed major powers to pursue unilateral strategic advantages, further deepening regional security uncertainty. Going forward, the U.S. Thailand security partnership is expected to deepen. Thailand is investing in naval, air, and cyber defense modernization, while the U.S. provides advanced surveillance technology, strategic intelligence, and joint operational planning support. The objective is not preparation for war, but structured deterrence. Both nations aim to maintain stable maritime navigation, prevent military dominance by any one actor, and preserve open sea lanes critical to global trade. The situation surrounding the Ream Naval Base is shaping the strategic trajectory of Southeast Asia. No conflict has occurred, and no attack has taken place. Yet the silent competition unfolding here will influence regional defense strategy, alliances, and maritime security for years to come. The United States and Thailand seek to maintain balance, while China aims to expand its sphere of influence. The coming years will determine which alliances remain sustainable and how the Indo-Pacific maritime order ultimately takes form.